Another episode of the Art Bros. What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, guys. Mike, Fancy Dave,
Hey, people.
over here doing what we love doing, talking about art in a non-formal way, so you guys aren't afraid to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you might even like it.
you might even like
It's
it.
like putting medicine in your food when you're sick, so
Yes.
you wouldn't taste it.
Yeah, we gotcha. So, we don't talk about statues a lot on the show, and that's our fault.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to fix that. Our first piece after our cool October-ness.
Yeah, I'm still
by the way,
exhausted.
Go check that out.
Yeah.
Art Booze. We talked about a bunch of scary pieces.
And they're on the playlist for your convenience.
It's awesome.
Yep.
We are talking about Bearded Hercules, or otherwise known as a statue of a Bearded Hercules, found at the Met, and this is one of my personal favorite statues.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it in person, it's always stayed with me. You stand in front of it, and it is just superhuman. But before that, let's do a little bit of formalities. This was made during the Flavian period, early Imperial, 68 to 98 of the Common Era.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that right. Like, we're not even a century old of this Common Era yet. It's Roman. It's a Roman copy of a Greek original, and it is heavily restored, which I found really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's interesting because the legs are heavily restored. The pedestal is heavily restored.
The arms were restored, but were removed.
They were removed, yeah, and I find that interesting. And
did you find out a reason why?
I did. While I was researching, I found out that apparently when they made the arms, a lot of the art world was like, that's a restoration faux pas. Like, you know, like, how much of the restoration do you really need? Do you really need the arms? Maybe it's
So why'd they keep the legs?
Well, I speculate that the legs were a lot easier to restore because there's a lot more of them, whereas the arms are just not there. You know, so sometimes they'll find these statues in pieces, and they'll pretty much fill in the blanks, which is probably what they did with the legs, because let's face it, those are some, like, really realistic looking legs. That's like a lot of, if that's made from a restoration's liberties, that's a lot of liberties.
He's done some squats.
Yeah. So I bet you the arms, there was no information on them, and that's probably why they took them off eventually.
Yeah, just keep it that way.
Yeah, I love how they like left the arms, the shoulders unfinished, like that like gravel looking look too.
Oh, so it's just rough.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so the reason I wanted to talk about this piece is because it is a depiction of Hercules that we don't normally see. It is aged, an aged Hercules. He's got that no shave Movember going on look right there.
He's doing it, man.
Yeah, and the way that the museum presents it, they present it with its counterpart right across the court, which is a statue of a young Hercules. This is the Hercules that we are really used to seeing. Like, hell, this is the one that we see in Disney, you know. Like, we don't see that old rugged. We see
this is
young, spry, and
just finished first labor of killing a lion.
Arrogant, confident guy. And you can tell that, you know, you're right. He just finished that first labor, because Hercules, for people who don't know, is mostly known for the 12 labors that he has to endure or complete after, as kind of penance, I believe, for going mad and getting tricked into killing his family. Because Disney won't tell you that part.
No, they won't.
So he goes through these trials, and which ends up granting him immortality at the end, and this is where he becomes the hero and the legend and whatnot.
First step.
So this young man Hercules over here, you know, he's got like the little hair, and he's holding the hood and the club. So he's actually gone through two labors at least, because the club came from another labor, if I remember correctly. It did.
Okay.
He's holding the skin.
But it's still early.
Yes,
Either
it's
way.
still early. It's still early. And he's got that, like I said, that arrogant look. When we go back to old Hercules, he's wearing the hood like he would, like if like it was just another day, you know? I like to say that the hood got a little bit of age to it too. Like I said, my most impressive thing about this is that when you stand in front of it, it's superhuman. It raises over you, like it just towers over you, and it really makes you feel like
he was a demigod.
Yeah, and the statue makes you feel that way. You feel like you're standing in front of him, just frozen.
You know what's kind of funny? You're thinking about this, and like after I found this out, this might have been in a bathhouse or outside of a bathhouse.
Yeah.
So you're like walking in buck naked, and then you see this statue like just making you feel like, totally insecure.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! But at the same time, like you got to be like, yo, that's Hercules. You know, like, that'd be equivalent of us going to, like, the gym and then, like, someone's got a picture of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, yeah, that's Superman, though. I can't, you know? That's Superman. Like, I can't compare myself to that. But, yeah,
They're both ideals, right?
They were. They're idealized.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you said, like you mentioned, this was meant for a bathhouse along with a younger counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
Bathhouses in Rome were just, like, these amazingly decorated places because they were places for social interactions, for courting even, for, like, business. You know, like, it was literally just like where you shoot the shit.
Like a big ass mall.
Yeah, like a big ass food court at the mall.
Except you could get naked.
Yes, naked and take a shower. But that was Roman culture, and this statue really gives us an idea of Roman culture. If this was for a bathhouse, you know, it'd be crazy. So, when you look at this, there's just so much realism in the muscles. There's so much. You can see the abs. The legs are like half, like they're like up to me.
Yeah.
Like if you look behind him, you see like massive indents in his gluteus. Just the whole.
It's Hercules. He's got to be
Hercules.
ripped.
His torso is being supported by his legs, which are just veiny and muscular. It's really realistic looking, and it's something that really stays with you after you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely encourage anyone to go check this out. But anyways, Dave, give me your final thought on this guy.
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
Let's see. I wanted to say something about, like, I guess tying in with superheroes, but I think we kind of made our point with that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, like you said, a Superman is idealized. This is an idealized figure. At this point, you know, the myth of Hercules is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Probably even stronger than it is today because, you know, our myths have been so diluted since then. You know, but
yeah,
we have like Superman and stuff like that now, and like was their Superman, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
The effect of Hercules on Roman culture was amazing. There were emperors who dressed themselves up as Hercules to kind of just signify their power, kind of solidify their rule. Like Emperor Commodus.
Like, this is full power.
Yeah.
I'm displaying.
Hell yeah! There's a statue of Emperor Commodus wearing that same hood and holding a club, because he's trying to say, my rule is like Hercules, don't fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually he did get fucked with because he literally got wrestled to death. Yeah. The things you find when you're researching.
That might be a story for another time.
I will be. Actually, there is a bust of it, so maybe we'll talk about that. Okay, so guys, go check this out if you're in the New York area at the Met. It's really worth to see. Check out our other videos here on YouTube. How can they find us?
On YouTube? Well,
anywhere.
If you're watching this already, you're probably already on our site on YouTube. So just hit subscribe.
We would like that, and you would like it too.
We're most active on Twitter, so look us up on Twitter at art_bros. And on Facebook, just search the Art Bros. I'm pretty sure we're the only result on that.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode, and we will see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Till then, peace out.
All right.